Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the very first season of Fix My Biz, the show brought to you by Nedbank Small Business Services. This is the show where entrepreneurs come to us because they're facing challenges in making things happen for their businesses. We give their stories a very close listen, then together with them work out where the problems lie, then help fix them.
Take a look at this business. It's called Malulega Funeral Services. It's in Soshanguve, and the owner, Kenny Malulega, came to us because he's having problems growing his enterprise. And he's having difficulties in raising an awareness of his business offering in the community he serves. Kenny arranges funerals from A to Z and also sells policies so that people can eventually have the kind of well-arranged funerals they want.
Let's make things happen. Today in the spotlight we have Kenny Malulega, who owns an interesting business, Malulega Funeral Services, and he's in studio tonight. Hello and welcome, Kenny.
Thank you, Mr. Master. Well, nice to be here.
Well, certainly excellent to have you here. Our BizWiz experts in the form of Mr. Bill Gibson, our sales and marketing whiz.
Great to be here.
Awesome. Plenty to say tonight. I hope you'll be in top form.
Absolutely.
And then Thane Niemand, our financial and organizational expert.
Thanks, Andile. Good to be here. I'm not calling you Mr.
Well, you'll be plenty busy tonight, guys. And Kenny, we're going to start by rating your business. Our experts here have ratings for your business. Are you ready to hear them?
That's right.
Okay, awesome. You guys have had a chance to look around his business, make ends, odds and ends of everything you've seen. And we have to reduce that into a rating of 5. 5 obviously being excellent viewers and 0 being less than phenomenal. So, Bill, you go first. What's your rating?
Sales and marketing side, I'm going to give him a 3.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm going to say that he's got a fabulous business there. And how he started and how he moved along, it's absolutely phenomenal. But there's a whole lot more he can do to be even more successful.
3 for potential, Bill?
3.
Would you say?
Yes.
Thane, what would you say?
Kenny, I would love to give him a 5 for his perseverance and the way he has managed to cope with his financial situation.
I'm sensing a but.
But,
Kenny.
Thought so. Man, a little bit of formality would be required. So unfortunately, I'm going to rate you a 2 tonight, Kenny.
Okay. Oh, that's below average, mate. Well, I'm looking forward to finding out what informed those ratings, gentlemen. But before we do a thing, we need Kenny say so. So, we need to hear those magic words, mate.
Fix my biz.
All right, let's make things happen then. So this is Fix My Biz, and we're hosting Kenny Malulega, the owner of Malulega Funeral Services. And Bill and Thane, of course, went to your business, Kenny. And do you know what they did? They had a look around. And after they had a look around, they stepped into what we call our biz booth, where they told us the absolute truth of everything and every single impression they ever saw of your business. So we're going to go find out what they said. Are you ready?
Great. Let's hear what they say.
Right. Thane, you're up first. Let's find out what you were feeling about this business, yeah? All right, here we go.
Kenny, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet somebody that's got passion about the service that he offers to the community. And I'm sure between Bill and I, we can do a heck of a lot for your small business and grow it into a big business.
Kenny, those are huge words, but this man gave you a 2. Are you confused about the rating you got versus what we just heard?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, if anything, we have a lot more compliments coming your way with the next clip. We have Joe Cocker. I mean, Bill. Or is it?
The voice was gone. It sounded like Joe Cocker.
Oh, okay, well. Bill sounding like Joe Cocker. Here we go.
Kenny's done a great job in building his business. Now, for him to take it the next step, what he has to do, he's going to have to duplicate himself. He's going to have to build an agent force to take and make that happen. And he also has to take his building and upgrade the front end of his building, and when you walk into the premises, to reach that higher market.
Well, that was the Godfather.
Absolutely, it was the Godfather.
Okay, so you guys have awesome things to say about his business, but there's always things to fix, not so.
Kenny's doing a great job, Andile. But like all small businesses, there are challenges that we have to meet on a day-to-day basis.
Well, Bill and Thane have spoken. Thing is, I have to check things out myself. So I went down to Malulega Funeral Services to see what it's all about. Here we go. Okay, so here we are on our way to Pretoria. Now, have you ever wondered what it takes to run a successful funeral business? If you're anything like me, you're probably dying to find out. Rakim.
Hi, Andile.
How you doing, sir?
Right, and you?
Cool, we're here to fix your biz.
Yeah, come and fix
Ready?
it. Welcome to Maluleka Funeral Service.
Thank you.
Come through.
Okay, so this is your reception area?
Our reception area.
Okay, where's your receptionist?
She's out, I think she's out.
Okay. Better not die today then.
No, not that.
The Rolls Royces of
One of the
carpets.
other, one of the.
One of the few.
One of the
Okay.
few, yeah.
And the carpet's not so great.
You're here for that, yeah?
Are we here for that?
Yeah.
I guess we are. I guess we are. And I was gonna take a seat, but I think we're here for that
We'll
too.
fix it, we'll fix
fix
it.
it too. Okay, so where to next? Where to next?
This is our showroom.
Oh wow. Great workmanship. Until we're together again. Oh man, that's sad. Okay. Right, Kenny, so how many coffins do you have in your showroom?
12.
12, yeah.
12, 15, yeah.
You know, this is when you sort of start to see how, in as much as this is a business, something you said earlier, that it's a calling as well. When you see, it's a passion, it has to be. So, I mean, range, let's talk about range. I mean, I know you're interested in getting like, clients that pay a lot of money for their funerals. Do you have that kind of stock here?
Yeah, we have ranges from anything from 3,000 for up to 40,000 in our stock.
Okay. So that's how the people basically sign up for policies long before they die.
That's right, yeah.
And they determine long before that how much they're going to spend on their funerals and stuff.
That's right, yeah.
And so currently, like how many people do you have on average, like signing up new policies every month, that kind of thing?
On average, we have about 2,000 members.
We've got 2,000 members on your books already.
The books already, yeah.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
This place works on your psyche, man. I don't know how you keep a smile on your face all the time, man. Right, so this is your fleet area.
Backyard area, that's
Backyard
right.
area,
yeah.
okay.
Backyard area.
These are your Mercedes Benzes.
Yeah, that's right.
An Audi over there.
Yeah,
What's
that's
this?
It's
Are
for
you working
scrap.
on it?
No,
This
it's
is
for
scrap,
scrap.
This won't be going anywhere.
No, won't be going for parts, yeah.
Kind of like the people who come here.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so where are all the guys?
Yeah,
Isn't
they're
this
doing
where-
something, they're doing something about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's out.
Yeah, everyone is out. No, not everyone, but the guys are somewhere, some collecting the bodies, whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay. And
right,
this
yeah.
would be your limo hearse.
It's a limo hearse, yes. Right.
Okay. This what top of the range, I guess.
Not top of the range.
No?
It's not top of the range.
Why would you need such a big? What, you get a body that long?
No, it takes the family also.
Oh, you want to?
Takes the family.
People actually want to ride with the
That's right, with the cops, yeah. The beloved one, I would say beloved one, yeah.
beloved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, remind me, how many people work for you?
12 people.
12 people. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
Okay, so this is where you essentially file your stuff and.
That's right, and the other filing room, we have another filing basket. We've got the big filing room that's other side.
Yes. Lots of information has to go into
Through the
like
files.
funeral planning. Yeah. And is it kept safe? Because I wouldn't want my stuff floating around.
Very much so. It's confidential stuff. From scratch up to the end, it's confidential stuff.
Okay, we're here to make things happen. So are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks.
And this is Fix My Biz, where we're talking Malulega Funeral Services today, a business owned by Kenny Malulega. And of course, our Biz Wiz team is in the house, Bill and Thane, joined by a special guest from Nedbank Small Business Services, Spongiseni Ngutze. Hello and welcome.
Good to be in your program, Andile.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, you have some unique insights on what it takes to be in business, particularly with regards to Kenny's situation. Share what you're thinking.
I think just from a synopsis of what the specialists went in and were able to retrieve from the information provided, it's very clear that there are four main challenges inside of Kenny's business. Clearly, the first one is that the business has been growing, and spectacularly at that, but that growth hasn't been matched with building organizational capacity. And one of the things that's clearly that needs some attention is formalizing the affairs of the business, both financial and administratively, and clearly also to start planning very clearly ahead how cash flow is going to be managed in that business in a way that doesn't compromise how he invests and how he uses the cash flow that's currently generated in that business.
That speaks very nicely to your fix, Thane. Tell us what he needs to fix and how you think we're going to go about doing that.
Sibongiseni, I'm glad you raised that, because what I find in small businesses, very often the business owner tends to buy his inventory, his assets for cash, because he has no access to formal funding.
But isn't that a good thing? I mean, surely if I had R1 million, I'd much rather buy all those things cash rather than...
The problem, Andile, that it impacts upon your cash flow. So what happens is if you buy an asset that you use for longer than 1 year, you should not be buying it out of your daily or your monthly cash flow, because at the end of the month you'll find that you don't have enough money to pay your wages and your staff and even yourself. Sometimes the small business owner himself doesn't get paid because he's bought this asset cash.
So debt can be a tool that you can use for your business in a positive way.
Absolutely. I tend to agree with Thane. Clearly, one of the things we found out is that the business is generating sufficient profits. Those profits are retained in the business. But unfortunately, what is happening is that all the cash flow that's being generated in the business is used to acquire long-term assets, namely vehicles, buildings, and things like
Kenny,
that.
and that puts your business under pressure, hey? Because one of the key issues you've raised is that cash flow is an issue for you.
It's a problem, yeah.
But there is something, Kenny, I think, Kenny, that maybe you can explain to us, is that when you buy a vehicle, it's tough to go get it financed. Yeah, and what is the reason? Because you were explaining to me, but I didn't quite have it, okay?
Yeah, you need a partner that understands you.
Yeah, and because your cars, the vehicles, you can't just get a car that...
They need to be converted.
They need to be converted. So when you buy them, they have to be converted.
That's right.
So you may not want to buy a new vehicle.
That's right.
You end up buying a second-hand vehicle,
which your partner might not be
maybe a bank may not understand.
But not understand.
But you've got to have that in order to make it so that the coffins fit in. That's really what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're getting deep into it, but I need very quickly your fix. So formalization seems to come key with you two gentlemen. And so what's your fix, Bill, do you think, for him, and how do we solve it?
Well, my visit to him was that Kenny has two main markets. He has the funeral services market, which is very, it's large, but he'd like to triple it. And then he has what you call a cash business, which is those with a lot more cash in their pocket. And
especially by the time they die.
That's right. And that market's important to him. Yeah. But what he has to do is take his premises that we visited and upgrade it. Yeah, he's got to do a facelift.
So his image is important.
So the image is there, and then at the funerals, what he can do too, because see, what I think about Kenny and the reason why he went in the business, it's because he cares and he gives phenomenal service. So at the services, he's got to make sure when those people are interested in who he is, they can pick up something and take it home.
I think we should point out the living.
The living, yes.
And not the dead.
That's what
Kenny, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's fix his biz. Let's make things happen. Come on.